Hey everybody, good morning. Reverend Tony here, out for a morning walk with my friend Pancake the dog on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, thinking about the best ways to celebrate the holiday season. Take a walk with us. Before we get into today's video, just wanting to ask once again that if you haven't liked or subscribed or rung the notification bell or followed or all that jazz, please do so. Helps us out and we appreciate it. Also want to give a shout out to one of our big fans, Weeda Green. Thanks for watching, Weeda. Pancake and I love you. The winter holidays are upon us. There's a lot of holidays in this season. There's Bodhi Day, celebrating the day Siddhartha sat under the Bodhi tree and gained enlightenment. There's International Human Rights Day. In our day and age, the day celebrating the United Nations adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is something we should probably celebrate more often and more openly and more widely. There's Hanukkah, there's Christmas, there's Kwanzaa, there's solstice, and then New Year, and there's probably others I've left out. But one thing I know about all of these holidays and celebrations, none of them has as a purpose indulging and consuming and spending. That's not the reason behind any of these. And yet this winter holiday season tends to be a season of excess and consumerism, valuing things over people, and kind of all the worst traits of late-stage capitalism. So let's think a little bit this morning about how to celebrate these holidays as we roll into this winter holiday season. First of all, giving gifts is a great thing to do. We love giving gifts. Whatever the reason or for whichever holiday, gifts are wonderful. They tell people, hey, I love you, I remember you, I think about you, I want to do something that makes you happy. And yet, we tend to fall into this idea that that's what the season is. And so, as you think about gift giving this year, think about a couple of things. If you're going to buy a gift, try to focus your buying locally, not spending money on gifts at big, huge corporate vendors and superstores. Focus on spending your money locally, buying from local artisans and locally owned smaller businesses. If you want to give a book as a gift, try not buying it from Amazon, but buying it from a black-owned bookstore or a locally owned bookstore. There's a Methodist minister named Mike Slaughter a few years ago wrote a book called Christmas is Not Your Birthday. The gift giving and everything isn't necessarily the point. If you're a Christian, it's celebrating Jesus' birth, right? So whatever holiday you're celebrating, gift giving's great, but remember that's not the purpose of the holiday. That's not what the celebration is about. If you're going to give gifts, think about giving gifts of time. If you're going to give gifts this holiday season, consider making gifts. Lots of people do this anyway, and I encourage you to do it more and more often. You may be a person who likes to bake. Those cookies are a great gift. Maybe you're a person who likes to draw or paint. Give people drawings or paintings. One year I gave lots of people little small pieces of art, tiny art. And that was really great. I did a tiny little watercolor of my nephew from my brother and my sister-in-law. One year I made games for a lot of people. I took the world's oldest game, the game of and made little sets and gave them to a lot of people that I knew. There's all kinds of great ways for you to take what it is you do well, make something, share it with others. One year I wrote somebody I love a short story for Christmas. That was pretty cool. So make things and give them as gifts. Those will be incredibly meaningful. This holiday season, remember to be mindful of the fact that there are a lot of people for whom this holiday season is very difficult. People who have lost a loved one in the last year. People who have gotten divorced or had a serious relationship breakup in the past year. Spending the first big winter holiday season without people they love is very difficult. People who suffer from seasonal affective disorder having a hard time as the days get shorter, sunlight's more scarce. People who deal with things like addiction and depression and lots of other conditions find that dealing with those things is harder as we roll into a time where everyone's focusing on making merry and being pleasant and celebrating when sometimes they don't feel like it. And it's okay to not feel like it. I highly recommend you look around that if there's a church or other religious community around you doing a blue Christmas, a quiet Christmas, a humble holiday service. These are usually focused on people, or they're usually focused to be for people that are having a hard time with the holiday season for any of these reasons. And those are usually a good place to find other people going through the same thing, supporting each other, just having a little quiet time away from all the usual holiday busyness, revelry, and all that jazz. The holiday season's a great time for sending cards and letters. Now, you can make your own cards and letters. You can buy some in bulk so they're less expensive. You can send them through email or the internet, or make little social media postings that you direct message to people. But just letting people know you remember them at the holiday season is a great gift all its own. It's not about sharing, your year and writing a brag letter or any of that. Make the focus on the person you're sending the card or note to tell them you love them, you remember them, you're thinking about them. Keep the focus on that. It's a great thing to do this time of year. And again, if cost is prohibitive for mailing and or buying a bunch of cards, you can make some, or you can send them electronically in various different ways. Maybe ask somebody to help you, and that help can be their gift to you this season. One of the things I love about the holidays is most holidays come with special foods, because I like to cook and I like to eat. So if there's special foods that come out this time of year, it's okay to indulge a little bit. Maybe not indulge a lot, but indulge a little bit anyway. Have some fun with your favorite holiday foods. Share them with others. Maybe share a meal with friends, family, people you love, whether it's your family of choice or your family of origin. As Charles Dickens reminded us in A Christmas Carol, the holiday season's a time when want and need is most keenly felt. So mark out a little time this year to help others. Volunteer somewhere that's collecting toys or gifts. Go somewhere that's preparing and serving meals for others or delivering things to others. There's lots of ways this time of year to help other people. Not only will it help them, but helping others always makes you feel better too, and gives you gifts you never see coming. There's never a bad time to learn something new, and the holiday season gives us a lot of opportunity. If you celebrate one or more of these holidays, make it a point this season to learn more about one of the holidays you don't celebrate and how that holiday is celebrated. Hi, Pancake. Remember that happy holidays is an inclusive term. It's not meant to denigrate or leave out anything such as Christmas. There is no such thing as a war on Christmas. I'll do that in a separate video coming up as well. But happy holidays is an inclusive term. If you don't know what people are celebrating, include them all. Happy holidays from me and Pancake. Thanks for being with us this morning. Remember that Christmas is not your birthday. The purpose of the holidays is not greed, consumption, overspending, overconsuming, and buying. Remember to make a little space for people having a difficult time this time of year. And remember that Pancake and I love you, and we hope you have a great holiday season. Until next time, see ya. Bye. Check out my website and blog at tonylorenzen.com for even more resources that will open your mind, touch your heart, and inspire your spirit.